So today I'm going to be reviewing the Stila In the Garden eyeshadow palette. So basically this is what the palette looks like. It comes in this cardboard box and it has the colors on the back. So this palette retails for $39 at Sephora or Ulta or someplace like that, but I got mine for $22 on Amazon.com. So I will try to find the place where I bought it for less, and I will put the link in the down bar if I can find it. But the version that I got came with everything that the actual palette comes with, so it was quite a good deal. Okay, so I'm going to open this up and show you what's in here. If I can get it open. Okay, so first you have the actual palette, which is a pale olive green. I don't know, like a dusty green color. It's not like bright green, and it has like gold foil looking the name and the flowers on the front. And then on the back here it shows you the colors again and what it comes with and all that jazz. And then when you open it up, it has the eyeshadows, and it also has eyeliner that just fell out, which is the Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in Starfish. So I will show you that later. And then it also comes with this handy dandy little look guide. It says Floralized Eyeshadow Palette Lookbook. So basically it's just a little pamphlet, and it gives you ideas for 6 different looks using the eyeshadows and liner in this palette, and it just gives you like step-by-step instructions on how to create these looks. So I think this would be really helpful for someone to get this just for like to look off of for ideas on how the colors look together and how to use them. So that's cool. And then once again, the actual palette looks like this, and when you open it up, there is no mirror at the top. And I was disappointed by this because, you know, having a mirror there is nice, but instead it has a quote which says, "A confident woman knows her inner beauty will captivate you, and her eyes will mesmerize you. Sarah Lucero." So that's kind of a cool quote, I guess, but I would have rather had a mirror. But whatever. And the packaging is just cardboard again, and it's like the same green color on the inside, and it is a magnetic snap closure like the Naked palette, except this one does feel a little more flimsy. And then these are the colors. So starting up here in this corner, it's Chinois. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it sounds French, but it's spelled Chinois. And then next is Breeze, and then Bark, Freesia, and Rosette. And then the bottom row is Nectar, Honey, Sage, Moss, and Juniper. And Chinois and Nectar are mattes, as you can see. They're the 2 lightest shades, and the rest of them are shimmery. Okay, so by the way, I will put swatches in, like photos, like I guess right here I'll put in swatch. Okay, so on to the actual, talking about the actual shadows. I have tried all of them. Overall, I was impressed by the quality. Like, they're very smooth and easy to work with, and they're not like chalky at all. I would say that like these 3 are obviously the brightest colors, and the rest are more neutral and kind of like on the green browny neutral scale, but they're still more neutral. But I would say that these 2, Freesia and Rosette, like the magenta-y color and the dark bluish indigo, are probably the least pigmented and the least long-lasting, which was a little disappointing because they are really bright. I kind of had higher expectations for them to be really pigmented and bright, but the rest of them are pretty good. Like, I would say the best eyeshadows that I've tried are Urban Decay eyeshadows, like in the Naked palette and stuff. They're really good. These aren't the quality of Urban Decay. I mean, I'm going to tell you that right now, but they're better than like probably most drugstore shadows. They are pretty good. I mean, they're not the best, but they're decent. And like I said, these 2 are probably the least pigmented, but the rest of them are quite pigmented and pretty long wearing. I mean, I guess it depends on the primer you use, and like if you have oily eyelids and stuff, they aren't the most long wearing I've ever tried, but it's not like they just like leave in an hour. I would have to say that my favorite colors are probably Bark because it's like a dark taupe and it's really nice for the crease. I really like using this in the crease. And I really like green shadows on my eyes, so I also like Sage and Moss and Juniper together, which I actually used in one of the tutorials that I'll be showing you at the end of this video if you want to watch. I'm going to be doing 2 eye looks with these shadows that I kind of came up with that aren't in this little booklet. And then these 2 are really nice to have because I didn't really have any good matte highlight colors, so these are nice for like matte highlights. And just for comparison, this is probably a little lighter than Urban Decay's Naked, which is also a matte light brown, but I do like all the shades. Another comparison, Honey is definitely warmer and more of an orangey gold than Urban Decay's Half Baked, which is another like more yellowy gold, so this is definitely a lot warmer and like kind of orangey. And then moving on to the eyeliner, like I said, it's the Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in Starfish. So it looks like that. And then it is just a twist up, retractable eyeliner pencil. And I haven't tried any of Stila's eyeliners before, but I really like this because I like green, as I said, for my eyes. So it's nice to have like a green eyeliner and it lasts pretty much all day. So I really like this. Oh, and be warned, in the description of the product, it says that it's like a black base with green and gold flecks, but it's definitely not. It's definitely a green, like olive green or army green base with gold flecks of sparkle in it. But it is definitely a really pretty color, but it's not like a black eyeliner, it's green. So overall, I do really like this palette. I feel like the colors go together really well. Like, basically, I mean, you're probably not going to pair this one with like all of them, but most of the colors really can go together in a big variety of ways. So when I put this palette over the Naked palette, you can see that it is definitely shorter, but it's also taller. Well, that sounded like a contradiction, but it's not, you know what I mean. And this one is more long and narrow. Overall, if I would recommend this palette or not, I definitely would recommend it if you're looking for a nice summertime palette of eyeshadow. But I will say, like I said, I got it for $22 on Amazon, so I would definitely recommend it at that price because it's a great value. I'm going to pay full price, which is $39. I probably would recommend spending an extra $5 or $10 and getting an Urban Decay palette if you do want an eyeshadow palette, because there's a fly, because that's just better quality eyeshadow overall. But I mean, if you want to get this palette, then you should, but if you just want to get an eyeshadow palette and you're going to pay like $40 and up of that, then I would recommend getting an Urban Decay or Too Faced palette because their shadow quality is a bit better. This one isn't bad by any means, but it's not as good as Urban Decay. But I would recommend this palette if you like it, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. So that is my review, and then I'm going to show you the 2 eye makeup looks that I created with this palette. So if you want to see those, keep watching. And yeah. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye!